Hey, Ben.
Nick, I think we're Russell now. Mark, can you hear me?
Yes.
Mr.
Good
Poindexter,
deal.
whenever you decide to start the message.
Nick, I think we're Russell now.
Okay. Well, I'm just letting you know that I did start the recording and you are live streaming on YouTube. So whenever you want to start the meeting, you can go ahead and start the meeting.
Okay. We'll give Russell here just a few more. You don't.
Hey, Ben. Hey, Conley. Tell Ben to come in.
Man, I want it here again.
I got it to that point now. I got this number in there.
Why don't you just use that? They're already recording.
Yeah, no, they lost Russell.
Well, this isn't doing anything.
What's it waiting on?
It's waiting on the computer. I can't make it move any faster.
All right.
Just leave it. Just use my phone for now. We'll do the other next week.
Russell's in the process of logging on.
Okay.
Hey, tell Ben to come in.
Russell, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Good. You got two going at the same time. You need to log one.
Do away with that one.
Hang on. Just close that.
That
Okay,
better?
Marty, you good? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me? All right,
Yeah.
we got him made now. Thanks. Sorry for all the difficulties.
Okay. All right. Well, let's call this. Okay. Well, we'll do flag salute, and we'll Doing right. All right. Please stand for flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call, everybody is here. Call this meeting to order at 9:09 a.m. Item number one, approve and amend minutes to the meeting date 2020.
Motion.
I'll second.
All right, thank you. So Martin made the motion, Russell made the second. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item number two, approve payment of claims to the clerk's office.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Marty, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item three, approval of monthly reports to officers.
Yes. I'll make a motion.
Okay, Martin makes the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Russell makes a second. Russell, how do you vote?
What do we have for reports?
Oh, sorry. Oh, no.
We have reports from the court clerk.
Okay. I'll vote yes.
Okay. Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item four, approval set up highway cash for July 2020.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Martin, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion
Before you
carries.
get to
Kind of on
the
the
side
side.
real quick, David. On this one here,
Pardon?
I said before you get to item 5 real quick. This is our first month that we're going to get that we're going to start seeing the impacts of the COVID-19 on our highway money. We're going to be, all three
Right.
of us are going to be down $24,000 compared to July of last year.
Right,
A little over 24.
okay. Pretty good little hit.
Yes.
So, yep.
That's
So
all
just
that's all I had.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, item 5, let's see here. Approval of blanket purchase orders for July 2020.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Martin, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Let's see here. We'll go to item 6 right quick. Approval to hear Human Resources report on current status regarding Families First coronavirus.
Motion.
Second.
Whatever.
Motion by Mark, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. All right, Miss Vicky, you have the floor.
Okay, I looked at the numbers this morning and they were unchanged from last night. I don't know if we have the actual today number or not, but there were 109 cases now. Last week when I reported, there were 102 cases. So that's up about 6.5% from last week. And that was kind of expected from the Labor Day weekend. 16 deaths remains the same and unchanged. We've got one person still on furlough. That's a requested furlough. We've had no request to use any time under the Families First Coronavirus Act. There's still limited access in the courthouse. Most offices are still operating on appointment only status, basically. The county clerk is open 7:30 to 3 Monday through Thursday. They take no lunch. They're by appointment only, and they work remotely on Fridays. The court clerk, they're back to full staff. She started that this week. The county assessor, the treasurer, they're still rotating staff. And the district attorney's office, still rotating staff 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. Judicial is still on a limited schedule, and the sheriff is back on a normal schedule. A reminder under the county policies that primarily we did not adopt any policy short-term for COVID. The COVID cases have been handled one-on-one in each of the departments. Basically, the orders that we have, there's an administrative order from Judge Denny, and the Board of Commissioners adopted CDC guidelines. And I'm going to go ahead and report here now. The rest of my report is that with the new emergency management director, we do not know the last time the safety manual was reviewed or sent out or any meetings held. And I've worked with Travis, and we have rewritten the safety manual. I sent it to Travis for review. He's approved it, and I'll send it to all the electeds and the DA's office, and maybe put that on the agenda for next week for approval to send out to the departments. I did talk with Mercy about providing antibody test for COVID, and they are not providing that service. They're referring people to their personal physician or to the state health department. So again, striking out on finding somebody to come in and provide antibody test. Please keep in mind that if you would like to go donate blood through OBI, they provide the antibody test for you. It's a nice way to give blood to a public service and receive the antibody test if that works for you. The number for OBI is 877-340-8777. If you call them, you can schedule an appointment. They require an appointment now. And you can also find out their time and locations for donations. I've been reviewing the loss runs to tie back to the safety manual to see where our accidents are isolated. So maybe we can start working on a little bit of safety to control some costs there. And I've talked to Travis this morning. I've been talking to ACO yesterday. There's a CARES Forward Coronavirus Relief Fund. It's recovery for possible recovery of some money from the state of Oklahoma that we've incurred for COVID losses. Travis has been reviewing the rules of that, and I pretty well know what our losses are in some instances. So we're going to try to get together and determine if we can maybe benefit from that. And if we can't, if we apply and don't get it, we can still apply from FEMA. Just a reminder that everyone can use telemedicine through June 30th through Health Choice. If you use an in-network provider, there will more than likely not be a charge or a very small charge. And just a request for everyone to please be cognizant and clear your messages on your telephones and your answering machines. Sometimes we're receiving calls that that constituents can't even leave messages on telephones. In particular, if you are carrying a county provided cell phone, there are very few of those, but if you are, please clear your messages so constituents can leave you a message. And if you don't know how, please give us a call and we'll find somebody to help you. And that's all I have this morning.
Thank you, Vicki.
You're welcome.
Any questions, comments from the board?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Let's see here. We'll move to item 7, approval to discuss and review the county policies in relation to COVID.
Hey, I think Lorena did, but she's muted.
Oh,
I'm sorry, can I ask a question? Those CDC guidelines, Vicky, I went to their website. I never did find specifically the CDC guidelines that we're supposed to be following. And we had some questions about people traveling out of state.
Yes, Lorena, that when you go to the CDC guidelines, before Kenny left on vacation, we discussed this rather briefly. But in most instances on items that we'll look for, it refers back to the policies or the policy set by the employer. And right now, there was a decision, well, I don't know that it was necessarily a decision, but Kenny was focused that rather than making specific policies that we would have to go back and revise, maybe 2 months from now, that those decisions were better left on a case-by-case basis with each office. So as we've had things come up about people traveling out of state, we try to be fair to each employee on what that situation is. But COVID is so unique and so rare that many of those have to be on a case-by-case basis. So
could you send out a link to the CDC guidelines that we're supposed to be following?
I will look and see what I can send to you. Yes.
Okay.
I've been through the CDC side, and there's just page after page after page of guidelines.
Right.
It seems endless, but with everything that I've tried to research where employers are concerned, it goes back and refers to the employer set policy. Okay. So if you want a policy, that may be something you may have to look at for your office.
Well, you sent us that ACO draft. Maybe we can.
I sent out an ACO draft to each office. And if you're interested in that, you can't do less than what the county does, but you can do more in your offices. So certainly that's a really nice draft, and it was written by Charlie Plum of McAfee and Taft. And then it was just revised a little bit to meet each county. So if you're interested in using that, we could certainly go over it, and it would set some guidelines. I know you've had people go across the country, and that's a little different than maybe where I live on the Missouri-Kansas line. It takes me 2 minutes to drive into Kansas and, into Joplin. So, and you all are the same, like driving into Siloam. So the lines are so close, it makes it a little difficult to say 14-day quarantine if you go halfway across the country. So I can work with you with the ACO guidelines if you like.
Thank you, Vicki.
You're welcome.
okay. Now we'll move on to item 7. Approval, discussion, and review of the county's policies in relation to COVID-19 and take action to modify those policies as needed.
Motion.
Okay. Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, the motion carries. Kind of reiterate what Vicki was just saying. It's kind of we're going by week, and at this point in time, probably I'll just leave everything as staying pat for now and go from there. Okay. Okay. Well, that's going to be okay. Well, we'll move on. This time I'm going to move up to item 17. We'll get Dr. Cox agenda item here. Let's see, approval for discussion with possible action concerning medical services provided by Dr. Cox in the county jail.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay.
Oh, I need to visit with you guys a little bit.
They'll open it up in your side.
Okay, let's see. Hang on, Dr. Cox, got vote you in here first. Let's see here. Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Before we vote, do you want to wait and see what he's got to say first?
Well, yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, I guess that would be, I guess the vote part would be on the, whether we approve it or not. So, okay, Dr. Cox.
Okay.
Fire away.
I appreciate your time. I'll be brief, but I've been here a year and I kind of wanted to give you an update of some of the changes we've instituted, some of the good, some of the bad. I'm kind of old fashioned. Probably the big difference between me and Joe is I prefer to be on site, hands on. So I'm usually there 80% of the time. Vicki will do about 20%, Vicki the nurse. I'm usually there Monday evenings, Wednesday evenings, Saturday morning, seeing people. I've kind of changed the atmosphere a little bit. The language was just atrocious when I first got there. I finally got the message across to both the jailers and the inmates that we don't tolerate profanity in front of the doctor or the nurse when I'm there. A lot of times I'll put the inmate on the line to the pharmacist and have them tell the pharmacist thank you and show their appreciation for help take care of them. So I'm kind of old fashioned. Another change I instituted was after each visit, I will dictate a note outlining the patient's complaint or the inmate's complaint and what we've done. That makes a nice record that can follow the inmate if he is transferred to another facility or DOC. I think that's important on cutting down on our liability, which is a huge issue. Another change we implemented was pharmacy services. We've stopped doing mail order pharmacy because sometimes it was a little slow. We were using a pharmacy in Grove and the pharmacy gave great service, but we had problems taking a deputy off of his regular duties and having him drive to Grove and pick up the medication and bring it back. So a lot of times I'd prescribe a medicine 3 days later, it's still sitting on the shelf at the pharmacy. So we implemented working with the V&V drug here in town. I think that's a good deal to keep the money local. Again, I'm kind of old fashioned, like to shop local when we can. And they've agreed to sell us pharmaceuticals at Medicaid rates, which should also save us some money. I had hoped to cut down on the amount of medications used in the jail. I swear we're passing more medications there than we do in the nursing home. But so many of those inmates have mental illnesses and most of the medication is antipsychotic related to mental illnesses that I have not been very successful on cutting down their medications. Another good news is we've been COVID free, and I want to say thanks to the sheriff and the jailers. They've got a good policy on isolating people that are booked in new. And probably one of the greatest things that's helped was when I first started there, we were running about 90, 95 inmates. And during COVID, we've cut that number down in the 50s, as you're well aware. And I think that's helped, and probably a little luck involved in all that too. Another one of my frustrations has been Grand Lake Mental Health Clinic. Very poor service from them. I like to use them a lot to get some help in managing the antipsychotic medications on a lot. We have a lot of schizophrenics there, most of which is a result of methamphetamine use. We'll do telemedicine with Grand Lake Mental Health, but we get absolutely no follow-up from them, no recommendations. They basically say we won't take the inmate, which we're really not asking them to do. So it's just been terrible service from Grand Lake Mental Health Clinic. I'm working on that. I've talked to 2 administrators now. The last one is yesterday, and we're doing a 4th visit with an inmate who's terrible psychotic schizophrenic. This guy, I guarantee you, if he hears a voice that tells him to kill somebody, he will kill somebody when he gets out of here. So we're on our fourth try to get a psychiatrist to help me manage his medications. We'll see how that goes. But Grand Lake Mental Health Clinic has been a big disappointment. The main reason I needed to talk to you today is because my contract is up for renewal, and basically I'm in violation of my contract. And the reason is when I took over the position, the malpractice insurance was $3,000 a year. And it has increased from $3,000 a year to $16,000 a year. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is because the previous provider was a nurse practitioner, versus an MD, and nurse practitioner insurance rates are lower. They tend to get sued less often. It's a case of people tend to sue who they perceive has deep pockets. The other thing, as you're well aware, even here in Oklahoma, is the increased number of lawsuits from inmates regarding medical care. So at this point, I just can't, I'm not going to pay $16,000 for what was $3,000 initially. I didn't bid the contract that way. I bid it on a $3,000 insurance policy. So I am practicing without insurance, which is a violation of the contract. So moving forward, I would say ideally, we've got three choices. We can either change the contract for I practice bare, meaning no insurance, which is not what I want to do, but you know, I'm a team player and I realize that money's short. Ideally, I would like to be covered under the county policy in some way. And I'm sure you'll need to talk to your lawyer to see if that's possible. Last thing that I would say is, you know, we can increase the contract by $13,000 to make up for the difference in the malpractice premium. I don't expect an answer today, but I want to let you know that I am in violation. I'll continue to provide services until we come to some way on to remedy it, if it's okay with you. And that's all I had.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you for your service to this county, Dr. Koch. It's you've been a blessing for us. I know that. We just have to kind of, I don't speak for myself, but if the board's got any input, I would think we just need to kind of sit down and review things, but in a real quick, timely manner. We don't want to have you hanging in the wind per se. So with
sounds like we've got this week to review it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. And I don't know, Nick maybe can touch base with some other counties, see how they do it. If there's some way that to get covered under the government tort protection, I don't know, Nick. That's something that you might be able to check on if you wouldn't mind.
Will do.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I can make a call to ACO and see what avenues we have there as well.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. And I'll say thank you for your service. I quickly realized when I was in the legislature that the two hardest jobs in government are county commissioner and sheriffs, because there's never enough money to go around. So thank you guys.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, if you have
you didn't have it too easy down here, so it's tough all the way around. So.
Yeah, well, it was a lot easier when oil was $100 a barrel.
Well, true. But yeah, we'll see what we can't run down on this week, and we'll get this addressed by next Tuesday's meeting. So we
okay. Well, thank you guys very much.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay,
bye-bye.
Let's see. So we're really in the action. We're just going to
review, and then we'll have it back on there for a decision next Tuesday.
Yes. So, okay. I'm just making sure I've got my notes here. Okay. It was we'd have to a budget increase of 13,000 from if we went that route. Okay, just make sure that's on. Got that down. Okay. So really, we're not really voting on. I mean, I guess our action, we don't have. I mean, it just kind of. We're not really voting on anything other than just review to see.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So. Okay.
But you did vote to discuss it. You
Correct.
need to vote to discuss it, so.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking. Let's see here. That's what I was thinking we were doing anyhow, but apparently we didn't. Let's see, Russell, you vote yes.
Yes.
Correct. Martin, you vote yes.
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I'll just make sure I've got it. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We'll go to item 8. Approval to receive and file fiscal year 2020 through 2021 officers for the county assessor's office as follows. Chandra Jeffries and Sonia Dozier receiving, Lorena Ellis Cook, Wayne Tudor, and Delayla January requisitioning. I can't
Yvette.
say her. Yvette, thank you. Faulkner and Julie Will inventory.
Yes.
Let's see, do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, the motion carries. All right, item 9, approval to receive and file fiscal year 2020 through 2021 officer for county treasurer's office as follows. Susan Duncan, Trace Arp, and Megan Hamby requisitioning. Jackie White, Melanie Sixkiller receiving. Marika, thank you. My printer's about out of toner, so I need to get a toner put in. Trillo and Pam Hale and Leslie Simpson.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. How do you vote? Russell.
What? Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Martin, vote.
Yes. Yes.
I vote yes. The motion carries. Let's see here. Item 10, approve renew county treasurer's contracts for fiscal year 2020 through 2021 as follows. They are copiers, Quadrant, mail equipment, Harvest Fields, Coffee and Water, and TM Consulting software and website.
Motion.
Second.
Let's see here. Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Let's see here. Item 11, approval to see county treasurer's disaster recovery planning document.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Let's see. Item 12, approval of resolution establishing the designation of county depositors for the county treasurer.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
How do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. The motion carries. Let's see here. Item 13, definition of services agreement by and between Community Works LLC and the County of Delaware. The County of Delaware for fiscal year 2020 through 2021.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Martin, second. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item 14, approval to review 2020 through 2021 ACO Civ Workman's Compensation Insurance Renewal Quote with possible action.
Motion.
Second.
And let's see here. Russell, how do you vote?
Did they give a price on it?
Well, we have to vote to talk about it, and then we can take, we can make a
yes.
motion to accept. Yes, okay. Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Okay, what's our quote, Barbara?
It's $166,778 if you pay it in one lump sum.
Mhm.
If you pay it in two payments, it's $169,279. It'll be due July 31st. This is just a quote. It is not an invoice. It's for you to decide if you want to pay in one payment or two.
We've always done it in one payment.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're, time-wise is not work, try to save. We can apply that 3,000 towards medical services for the jail,
Yeah.
anything. So, okay. Okay, so we would need to make a motion to,
I'll make a motion that we make the one-time payment.
okay. Let's see here. So we have a motion to make the one-time initial payment for ACO Civ workman's compensation insurance. Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, and what's that quoted price again, Barbara? I'm sorry, make sure I get.
It is for one payment of $166,778.
Okay. Might put that in with the motion. Okay. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, who made the
Yes, ma'am.
second? Who made the second on that motion to pay one payment?
I did.
Marty.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's see here. Item 15, approval to receive and forward to Insurance Care ACO tort claim filed by Cynthia Almerman. So,
Motion.
Second.
okay. Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, the motion carries. Item 16, approval to open sealed bids on 6-month road materials for Delaware County Highway Departments with acceptance at a later date.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes, the motion carries. What do you have for us, Michelle?
Oh, I've got all kinds of stuff. First one I have is I have Chad Cranks. And what I'll do is I'll tell you which ones sent in their bids and mark them off. And I will assemble them all for all of you to look at to come to a decision what you want to accept. Is that okay with all of you?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna make sure that they have an actual bid in here. We only had one that made it past the deadline. And just so you'll know for future, it was NEO Concrete.
It was what, ma'am?
NEO Concrete did not make it in time with their bid.
NEO? Okay.
Green Country.
Or green, okay.
We received Dub Ross. Barb's going to help me open them so it doesn't take so long. Received. Noble's Equipment.
I've got Longan from Grove.
Hey, Michelle,
Yeah,
we let Barbara know that we didn't hear what she said. She was too far away.
he has Longan from Grove, Longan Construction. Noble. I have Coastal Energy.
This is Wright Asphalt Products. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
I have APAC Central.
We've got Tulsa Asphalt.
I have Eagle Ready Mix Concrete.
I have Zyzer, ZYZER Asphalt and Construction.
I have Yellow House. I have Warren Cat.
I have Vault Manufacturing.
I have the Railroad Yard. They take that so seriously.
I have one from Walter Specialty Service.
Asphalt and Fuel Supply. Logan County Asphalt.
What do these mean?
Yeah.
Benton County
This is
Stone?
Kemp Stone, Benton County Stone, Pryor Stone, and Muskogee Sand. Ergon Asphalt and Emulsions. And that is all.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Michelle.
Michelle.
You are welcome. And hopefully at the very latest, I will get these to you first thing in the morning. Hopefully today.
I figured you'd have it
Thank you.
done in an hour.
Okay, please tell me in all of that, who made that motion and second, please?
Russell made the second, Martin made the, or pardon me, Russell made the motion, Martin made the second.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Let's see here, item 18, or let's see here. Did I get lost on? Yeah. See, item 18. Approval of detention services agreement by and between Sequoia Enterprises Incorporated and the Board of Commissioners for fiscal year 2020 through 2021.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item 19, approval of detention transportation claim in the amount of $63.55 submitted by the State of Oklahoma Office of Juvenile Affairs.
Motion.
Second.
Russell, motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item 20, approval to receive and file certificate of liability insurance and list of current board members at the Tijuana Fire Department as follows. Mike, is that Hopper? My print faded on that one right there. I'm sorry. Mike Hopper, President. Steve Taylor, Secretary. Christy Livingston, Treasurer. Bob Best, Member. Ted
Turvord.
Thorwart, okay. Man, I've got to get a toner fixed for this prayer. Member Jim Smart, Fire Chief. David Krause, Assistant Chief. Jim Smart and Barbara Barnes, Requisitioning. Francis Smart and Jennifer O'Brien, Receiving, and David Krause, Inventory.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. This motion carries. Item 21, approval to receive and file officers for District 2 as follows: Russell Martin and Mike Curry, requisitioning. Stan Weaver and Josh Williams, receiving. Stan Weaver and Josh Williams, inventory.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 22 is not needed.
Yeah, not needed. Thank you.
You're welcome. 23, approval of interfund transfer in the amount of $1,300 from personal services to M&O per request of OSU extension.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Before we make the vote, that this transfer is to, they have some air conditioning repairs that need to be done, and kind of what this pertains to. They're getting a whole new thermostat. I think the fan blower's out on one of the air conditioning units. It's kind of an extensive repair.
Yes.
Okay. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 24, approval of interfund transfer in amount of $2,200 from personal services to capital outlay per request OSU extension.
Motion.
I'll make the second. So let's see here. Motion made by Russell, seconded by myself. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, well, on this one here, I'm sorry. Let me back up just a step. This is up to replace, I guess, the front desk is fairly old, and they were kind of, I guess, going to redo that part of the front desk area is what this transfer is going to consist of. So, okay. Any questions or discussion from the board on that one?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin? How do you
Yes.
vote? I vote yes, so motion carries. Let's see here. Item 25.
Yeah, I wanna, when 25 table that till next week.
I was gonna say, we can just, well,
Like
why
Nick
don't we
says,
just
if
not
we
need-
table it,
Do I?
It's gonna-
don't table it, just do no action and move
No
on.
action. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Yeah.
I
it
remember Nick.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Table it, you have to bring it back as it's stated, so.
All right, don't want to do that. Yeah, because I got some changes to make.
We can just do no
Okay.
action on it and then redo it for
Yep.
next week.
Okay, no action there. All right, item 26, approval to open floor for new business.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, the motion carries. I have no new business at this time.
I have none.
I have none
Okay.
also.
Okay. Item 27, approval to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion.
Beat you.
We'll go.
Second.
Go motion made by, we got well, hang on. We got, pick one of the other, you guys. Which way we want to go with this?
I'll second.
Okay, so we got motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. We are adjourned at 9:58 a.m.